Hello, everybody. We are on the Mercedes-Benz of Springfield red carpet here at the Amherst Chamber A+ Awards. I am joined by Ash Crawford, who is co-owner of Quiver with his brother Mukunda. How's it going today, Ash?
Pretty great, Alex. Thanks for having me here.
Of course. I mean, this is awesome. You won an award, right, tonight?
Yeah, this has been really, really incredible, and I've been looking forward to this night for a little while.
Awesome. I mean, we have been too. I know this has been something that we didn't know, like how it was going to look, how it was going to feel. So we're happy that we're able to bring this into some kind of hybrid capacity, which is really fun. I know this year has been full of a lot of pivots. So I just wanted to ask you like a little bit about how you pivoted your business during COVID and everything going on.
Absolutely. So a lot of my work is with Quiver, as you know, and then at Amherst Coffee along with my brother. And we've been a cafe in the community there for about 15 years now. And so it was quite a shock to us to have to sort of alter the way that we did business. And honestly, it's been so humbling, the support that we've had from the community, sort of adapting with us as we've had to change to online ordering. We had just pickup to go for a little while, as well as we're doing some home deliveries. So it's been really, really cool to see everyone get out and support each other, the other local businesses in the area, and really just adjusting to life in 2020.
Of course, I know this year has been a lot of adjusting, a lot of pivoting, and a lot of changes for all of us. I know that you've been involved, you've done a lot of different things throughout your career, right? Like you just were saying how you played golf professionally. I know that you've done modeling, you've been on some romance novels, like you've done a lot. So how does it feel to win like the Young Professional Award for everything that you've done?
It's kind of surprising, honestly. I just sort of show up each day and try and do something that I'm really excited about, and working with my brother with Quiver and Amherst Coffee is kind of like a dream come true. And I guess I just can't really sit still for very long, and I've sort of bounced around, and I like to see it as learning as I go from different mentors, from different experiences, and to be recognized for some of those things is a true honor.
Of course, I know. I'm sure Quiver helps you bounce around and do all of these things, right?
Indeed, plenty of caffeine consumed every day between the cafe and Quiver.
Sure, I know you also do CrossFit too, right? And like you are like almost like a career CrossFitter from what I've seen. Like you do a lot, and also like what I admire as another young professional, you kind of took TikTok. You were like one of the first people in Western Mass, and now you're kind of TikTok famous too, aren't you?
I don't know about that, but part of being a part of a new brand, I always like to be on the forefront of any social media, whatever's happening next. So whether it's TikTok or it's community or it's whatever is next, I do like to see how it works for my own brand as well as for the businesses that I'm working with.
For sure. So how do you personally like stay on top of that competitive edge and like get onto like social media and find out what's coming next and really just see what's trending and be in front of the trends?
Great question. I think just looking at them as a tool and being like, what is the purpose of this? Why is people's attention here? And what value can I add to the platform in my own unique way? I think that that's really, really important. And if you can do that and you can be authentic about it, I think that you can have some success and it can be really, really good for your businesses.
I love that. I think that's super important to always like be on the forefront of like the trends and everything going on in the world and on social and in marketing. Everybody, thank you so much for watching and joining us on the red carpet, and you'll hear more about Ash soon. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for being here.
All right, everybody, how's it going? We are on the red carpet of the Amherst Area Chamber of Commerce A+ Awards. I am joined by the Chamber MVP herself, Lisa Eugen of Charter Insurance, and you are the marketing coordinator for them, which is awesome because I'm also a marketing coordinator too. Congratulations, first and foremost. Chamber MVP is a big award. I know Jesse Dean won last year, and you won this year. So what does it take to be an MVP? That's a pretty big accolade to have.
It definitely is. I was shocked, honored. I feel very fortunate to have been nominated for this. I love being a part of the chamber. I love helping out and contributing to the community where we can. It's just been an absolutely wonderful experience. being involved in the community itself is just fulfilling and rewarding, and to receive an award for those contributions is amazing.
For sure. I know insurance does involve a lot of risks. So what is one of the biggest risks that you've ever taken in your career?
Ooh, interesting. I would say us being a woman-led agency and a predominantly all-women agency has been a huge risk. It's very unheard of to have an insurance agency that is mostly all women. We were actually all women for many years. We just hired a man a few months ago. But just trying to be there for them, supporting other women businesses and entrepreneurs, and the launching women's luncheons through the chamber. So that has been a huge risk that we have taken, but we've had huge support, and there's a lot of different women entrepreneurs out there that we have supported, and it's just been a great opportunity.
I think that's awesome. I think that's great. I think you guys are definitely well involved in the community. I see you guys everywhere, and I love the luncheon that you guys do with the chamber. I think that it was awesome. It was a pleasure to meet you. Congratulations, and enjoy the rest of your night. Hello, everybody. We are on the Mercedes-Benz of Springfield red carpet here at the Amherst Area Chamber A+ Awards, and I get the privilege and honor of interviewing two of my favorite people in this entire world, Michelle and Peter Worth, co-owners of Mercedes-Benz of Springfield.
After his father and his mother, yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's a toss-up. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
I am so excited to be here for Mercedes-Benz of Springfield tonight because we won an award.
I know,
Celebrating.
I'm so excited. We won the Community Service Award
yeah, amazing.
for everything that we did. I'm so honored to be here. It feels great to be able to be.
You did a nice job.
Thank you.
It's really fancy.
Thank you. I mean, we're doing what we can during these times to bring a red carpet to all of you home and do these kind of red carpet interviews here. It's been a lot of fun so far, and I'm really happy to be here and excited. I want to start off the night. I mean, we won the Community Service Award, and we're driven by community, of course. So what does driven by community mean to you guys?
Driven by community. I mean, it's so funny because it's like a statement that we've made, because it's just something that we are. It's just authentic to who we are. So driven by community just means partnership. It means support of each other. So the community is supporting us, we support the community, and it just, rising tides raise all boats.
I love that. And I know you guys are viewed as a power couple for sure in Western Mass and beyond. So what is your favorite thing about each other?
Nothing. No, I'm just kidding. Earlier, I said Peter is super innovative. He's got really great ideas, and it's fun to kind of bounce ideas off of him.
And I said there's so many things that are wonderful about Michelle that it's really impossible to pick.
That's a good answer.
Thank you.
That's a very good answer, and it's a safe answer.
Yes, sir.
So I have to ask, I know you guys are from like the New York area. Who are you guys wearing tonight?
Oh, it's so funny. All right, I was like,
So I was wearing whatever I was able to fit into.
Oh my God.
I'll just leave it at that.
I know we can hear Claudia laughing. She's on the whole other side of the room.
And my Christmas or holiday
Look at
socks.
these socks.
We're ready. We're ready for. It's like forget Thanksgiving. We're going straight.
We're going straight. I mean, we are in retail in a way, so we're just going straight to Christmas. I love it. Straight to the holidays. So there's a lot of local beer and a lot of local wine. And Peter, you're from Germany, and you're a beer aficionado and expert. So what is?
Like my beers.
So I have to ask. We have so many local breweries in this area. What is your favorite?
I got to say, I got to keep it super local. ABC all the way. Amherst Brewing Company. They're one of my favorites.
What is your favorite? I remember you told me at our employee party.
I know that is. I love Jess and I love Katie. Those are probably my two favorite.
I think those are also the strongest ones too.
No coincidence. No coincidence.
I love that, but it's probably nothing too. It could be like a double IPA, and you'd be like, "Oh, this tastes like water." So I brought up before that you guys are like a power couple, and you guys do an awesome job. You guys have incredible backgrounds, which we feature in our video that we shot actually today. So what does it mean to you guys to be a power couple?
Yeah, I know. It's so funny when you answer that question. I'm thinking about like Captain America and like Captain Marvel, and that's a power couple.
Well, you guys are Captain America and Captain Marvel in a way.
I don't know. That's just that's the power couple.
That's
Superpowers.
Yeah, you know, though, it's like, to me, it feels a lot like about like juggling a lot of balls at the same time without trying to have too many drop.
Yeah, too many.
Yeah.
Some of them drop. Sometimes they drop.
Every once in a while, the kid gets
Yeah.
forgotten somewhere.
No. Always the kid, right? Yeah. He's telling you all their secrets.
He's telling all the secrets.
Yeah.
You heard it here first on the red carpet at the Amherst A+ Awards.
Child services on us, right? 'Cause
We're usually counting through in the car.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we got it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, everybody counts off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, saying that you guys are a power couple, if you guys could go on a double date with anybody in the entire world, past and present, who would it be and why?
Yeah, I'm letting you answer this one.
You know, they're not exactly a couple, but it would be Letterman and Leno. That would be awesome. That would be great. The two of them together for dinner.
And I was going to say, like, Gail and Oprah.
Somehow it's all media, huh?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I have to say, like, I know we've accomplished a lot as a dealership and as a family and community, but what is your proudest moment so far on coming to this community and opening the doors at Mercedes-Benz of Springfield?
Oh, my God. There's so many proud moments, but I would say the latest proudest moment is winning the Community Service Award from the Amherst Chamber.
That ranks really high because it's people that we love and an organization that does amazing things. And getting recognition from that organization is certainly special to
Yeah,
us.
unbelievable. That is, like, it means the most, right?
I agree.
Yeah.
What are you guys hoping to accomplish the next 100 years, I'd like to say?
Oh, yeah. No, we're not going anywhere. Exactly. I don't know. I like to say that, you know, for me, we've been trying since we got here to kind of let people know that we exist, that we're here, that we're an option for people. And so for me, a dream would be everybody in Western Mass and beyond driving a Mercedes-Benz. So I think that would be wonderful.
I agree.
Well, I don't have much to add to that, but maybe on like a slightly, maybe less Western Mass dominating note. It's just keep on getting the word out. Like how much our brand has changed. That's a big goal for us. Like we are a full line manufacturer. We have commercial vehicles that a lot of businesses rely on in this area. We have an amazing certified pre-owned program. So things like that, where we're still like broaden the perception of our brand to what it really is and what it can do. And then also what we have to bring to the table as a dealership. It's not just about the cars, it's also about what we bring to the table as a dealership. And we have such a dedicated team and keep on getting the word out how hard they work and how much they care about exceeding our customers' already high expectations. That's probably something that we keep on working on.
Yeah, people will know that they're not just buying into a brand, which we happen to think is one of the best in the world, but that they have an entire team of people there ready to support them and helping them, you know, with whatever they might need.
I agree. I definitely agree. I was talking with somebody in a previous interview about how people see the star. And I mean, you don't really think of like the star, like people may know the CEO, they may know the chief marketing officer, the vice president of Mercedes-Benz, but when people think of Mercedes-Benz of Springfield, they truly think about you guys. And I just think that's such awesome that you guys are able to pull it down locally and be truly driven by community. And I'm honored to be part of your guys' team. I'm so excited to be able to do a red carpet interview.
Our first red carpet interview.
This is awesome. I mean, like, what other car dealership is doing a red carpet interview session that hires the Ryan Seacrest lookalike?
Nice.
Or Andy Cohen, I'll take whatever. But it's just such an honor to be part of your guys' team, and congratulations to you guys and to the whole team at Mercedes-Benz of Springfield for the Community Service Award. And
This microphone.
I mean, this mic, I mean,
It's like professional.
there's a lot of work going behind the mic, but this is what you see.
This is like, yeah.
I love it.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Okay.
How's it going, everybody? We are on the Mercedes-Benz of Springfield red carpet here at the Amherst Area Chamber A+ Awards. I am joined by Ellie, the owner of Phoenix Fruit Farm. How are you doing tonight, Ellie?
Doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm so excited to be here with you folks, and it's just exciting to be part of this whole award ceremony and get recognized by the community. Really, really proud. Me and my whole crew are just really excited about the whole thing.
Yeah, it's cool that we're able to bring this live to everybody at home and able to even do this. And you guys are awesome. I've heard great things about Phoenix Fruit Farm. I was just curious because we have so many farms out here in Western Massachusetts and in New England. What makes Phoenix Fruit Farm special?
Well, I do use ecological practices on my farm. So I was part of the Eco Apple program for a few years. I did not get the certification this year due to the expense of it, but we still use all those same practices and follow the protocol. Basically, what that means is that we use way less chemicals than a conventional orchard would use. And we also have a farm store where we incorporate all the different farms in the Pioneer Valley and in the greater New England area to bring our community a really strong variety of locally produced foods like dairy, meat, eggs, produce. We also have our own kitchen where we cook with those ingredients, so creates kind of a unique blend where you can kind of have a one-stop shop for all of your local favorites.
That's awesome. That must have been huge, like when the supermarkets were running out of like food and a lot of people didn't have like those options to go to the supermarket just to get those basics. You guys were able to pivot and provide that for a lot of people, right?
Yeah, that's right. Our locally sourced foods are obviously a whole different, resource chain than what you would see at a larger supermarket where their supply chains are more regional. And those were getting, exhausted by, the nationwide scramble to stock up on things. And so our local food sources were still able to provide those staples that people needed during those times. And we also put a couple of new products on our shelves, such as hand sanitizer and toilet paper and a couple of other household needs that kind of came up as part of the pandemic. So, we did our best to keep up with all the new protocols that were coming down the pipes and keeping people safe. We started offering curbside pickup so that people could not come in the store if they didn't feel safe doing that. And so, yeah, we did our best to kind of provide what was needed in this unique moment.
I think that's awesome, and I always think that it's great to shop local, and it's awesome because when you go to like a lot of supermarkets and stores like Whole Foods, Stop and Shop, Big Y, I know that they have local options, but it's awesome to be able to go to a local store that has all local options. I think that's extremely important to have that in the area, and that's really cool that Phoenix Fruit Farm does that. Given the fact that you guys are a fruit farm, what do you guys produce for fruit?
So right now, I purchased the farm in 2017, and there were mature, productive apple and peach trees. So I've been maintaining and harvesting those crops since the beginning. I also have planted some nectarines and pears and some table grapes, and as well as strawberries and asparagus, and I'm going to be getting into more annual vegetables this coming season as well. So currently we still have apples and peaches, but my new crops are going to be starting to come online in these coming years, and I'm really excited to offer a really wide variety of local produce.
I think that's awesome. And I also heard that you guys are offering Thanksgiving dinners for people because a lot of people are just going to be taking Thanksgiving home and spending time with their close immediate family. So you guys are also offering that, right?
Yeah, that's right. This is the first year where we're offering some homemade side dishes featuring local ingredients, things like the potatoes and the stuffing and the cranberry sauce and a vegetable medley. And so, just to kind of give people who don't have, the ability or the time to make their own feast, they can get a nice homemade meal with local foods.
That sounds delicious. You're definitely making me hungry, and I think that's awesome. Again, like featuring all local dishes, like all local ingredients sourced from where we live. I think that's really cool. So what has been some of the biggest risks that you've taken since you've taken on Phoenix Fruit Farm in your career?
Oh, well, I guess, the biggest risk I would have to say is the financial risk, of the loans that I have taken out to purchase the farmland. I will be paying those back for the rest of my life. So whether or not it works out, so far so good. And it can be scary sometimes, but when we get, recognized by our community like this and, people reaffirm that, yes, like what you're doing is important and, like you are valuable to our community, that really kind of gives us, the extra encouragement that we need to just keep pushing and keep growing and, overcome those risks. So all positive overall.
I think that's awesome. And talking about like community, like where we live, what is your favorite thing to do in the Amherst area?
Oh gosh. Well, it's a tough question during COVID times because I'm going to say things like, oh, I love to go out and get, Mi Tierra burritos, but, I haven't been going out to restaurants as much. I want to say the bike path is one of my favorite parts of Amherst. I love in the summertime going from Belchertown all the way up to Northampton on bike and stopping at my favorite places along the way, and get an ice cream, go to Quarters and play something on the on their vintage video games. Amherst downtown has, oh gosh, the Henyon Bakery. I love the Henyon Bakery so much. I went to UMass, so I used to go there like every morning and get my breakfast there. And so a lot of little habits, that are tied in with Amherst from my college days. I still stop there sometimes and enjoy a little treat. So,
I think that's awesome. And I'm curious, probably like a lot of people watching, given the fact that you are a fruit farmer and you own your own fruit farm, what is your favorite fruit?
Oh, that's like asking me my favorite song. It changes like every week. It changes with the seasons. It's like in June, my go-to is the strawberries. Like I gotta have strawberries every day. In July, it's I get into, not blueberries, raspberries. That's the next one that becomes the new favorite when strawberries are gone. And then August is peaches. This month, it's McCown apples. So, I can't choose one favorite because it's just always, there's just so many great, seasonal things that we have in the area.
So what do you do during the winter months when there's no fruit?
Oh, that's pruning season. There's quite a lot of pruning to do, so it's actually winter is probably one of the busier times of the year.
Wow.
For us, because there's fewer daylight hours and there's a lot of outdoor work that has to be done. So, and it can get to be slow going when you got 3 or 4 feet of snow, and the hardest part of the job is just walking around. So we keep busy all year.
I never thought that. I thought like once the snow hits, it's kind of like done and you get to like relax and like be retired for a few months, but I guess the work never really truly does stop.
Yeah, not in an orchard, certainly it's year round. I think, if you grow like more sort of annual vegetable crops, then yeah, you hit that part of the season where you kind of have a quiet time, but we don't have that.
Well, I guess that's good. It definitely keeps you busy.
Yes.
But you don't get to have any downtime, but it's also awesome to like always stay involved with your facility and just keep things going and rocking. And I wanted to thank you so much for joining us on the red carpet, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much. I'm so appreciative and so excited, to be here and to represent Belchertown in this way as well. So, yeah, thanks a lot.
Of course. Thank you. Okay. Hello, everybody. We are on the Mercedes-Benz of Springfield red carpet here at the Amherst Area Chamber of Commerce A+ Awards. I am joined by Kristen, Executive Director of the Kestrel Land Trust, who won an award tonight.
Thank you.
And we're very happy to be here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, what award did you win?
Well, it was the A+ Sustainability Award, which is a great honor because land is what sustains us, and so we're happy to protect the farms that feed us, the forests that give us clean air and drinking water, mitigate climate change, and protect trails for people's health. And so it's all about sustainability for us, and we're really honored to receive it, especially in our 50th year. It's our anniversary this year.
Wow, it's your anniversary this year.
Yeah, so this award will help us launch the next 50 years, get off on the right foot, and just redouble our commitment to conservation close to home for everyone, to make sure everyone has access to natural areas, to make sure that everyone has access to local food and clean water in the rivers, and a great stable climate would be nice. So we are doing our part to protect forests.
What are some of the biggest challenges that you face as Executive Director for the Kestrel Land Trust?
Yeah. Well, I would say one of the biggest challenges for land conservation right now is that landowners are getting older, and there's a generational transfer ahead. So a lot of landowners are looking to pass on their land or sell their land, and so there's just a huge demand for conservation options, particularly families that want to keep their land as a forest or as a farm. And that takes, sometimes donations are possible by landowners, but often it takes public funding, and so really securing the available public funding from municipal, state, federal sources. That's our job, to attract the public funds that we need to protect land. And that's often a challenge, but we've been pretty good at it so far. So I think we'll be able to do a lot of great things for the next 5, 10, 20, years or more.
Yeah, my next question was just going to be like, what? I know you guys have been around for 50 years, so like, what's your big plans for the next 50?
Yeah. Well, we want to make sure that conservation is seen not as a luxury for some, that's not the case, but as a necessity for everybody. And it's been shown that if you have access to nature in 10 minutes walking distance from your home, that your life is better. You're healthier, both mentally and physically. So our original logo was actually healthy land, healthy people, and that's, we're redoubling to that commitment. But also thinking seriously about what we can do just here in the valley to mitigate climate change, because that's really the biggest crisis we face as a community. And the great thing is that protecting forests is a natural solution, and it's also a solution that people love, because you can also enjoy the forest through trails and its waters. So I think it's something a lot of people can get behind.
I know. Kristen, it was a pleasure meeting you and doing this interview tonight. Congratulations again for your award, and have an amazing night.
All right. Well, thank you to the Chamber of Commerce. It's a great award. Thank you.
Back on the Mercedes-Benz of Springfield red carpet here at the A+ Awards for the Amherst Area Chamber of Commerce. And I am here with one of the most exciting awards of the evening. Betsy McInnes has won the Lifetime Achievement Award for all of her work throughout her entire career. Welcome, Betsy.
Thank you.
What are some things that you think embody like a Lifetime Achievement Award winner?
I think consistent commitment, and I think leadership in various areas, and a real care and consideration for what the agency does, particularly in the case of Family Outreach of Amherst. I hope it's not my lifetime, but it's been almost 20 years, so it's a long time of caring and watching it change and it develop and morph as things change in the community. It's one of the most flexible agencies I've ever seen.
Of course. I know like there's so many like different great organizations, nonprofits, and agencies in this area. So can you tell everybody a little bit about what Family Outreach of Amherst is?
Yeah, Family Outreach is a human services agency. It's part of the Center for Human Development, and it's basically set up as a safety net for struggling families in Amherst. And it started 32 years ago with 6 families that were mother and children were in a home, and then the home closed, and so the families were placed in the community. And it's now grown to over 600 families.
Wow.
And they help with everything from trauma to housing is a big one, and they help with educational issues, they help with medical issues. They basically take any family that's fragile and figure out what they need and help them get the services they need, and also learn to advocate for themselves.
That's incredible. So you guys are like a full-on family service agency. You help people in all aspects of their life, which is incredible. And I think especially now during this pandemic we're all in, like that's extremely needed. I mean, it's always needed, but now more than ever.
Yeah, the town of Amherst has asked Family Outreach to respond to COVID questions. They've actually given us funds to have somebody on our staff who will take the calls, because they're getting all the calls and they have nowhere to put them. So they're coming to us to answer the questions and help people get the services that they need. And that expertise wasn't built overnight, and it's pretty cool.
I think that's awesome. I know that you guys do a lot of work all over the place, but specifically in the Amherst area. What do you love most about the Amherst community?
It's a very diverse community. It's not all one thing. I mean, you have 5 colleges nearby, so you've got the academics, but you also have there's a diversity. There's an international component that's very important, and then you have a lot of people who are living in poverty and struggling. And so 50% of the kids on a normal year, 50% of the kids in the elementary schools aren't free and reduced lunch, which indicates that there's a significant degree of poverty in Amherst, and a lot of people don't even know that. It's teaching people how to give, when to give, and giving them a place to give is something that we've really worked on, because the support of the community is quite something. Once somebody gets involved, they get hooked.
That people love to like help out, love to give, love to support each other. It's almost like one big family and it's one big community, and that's something that you don't really see too many places in such a like a divided country. And like it's nice to come home to Amherst and be able to have that feeling of family and of belonging, which is just incredible. So I have another question for you. If you could give advice to somebody that's looking to get a Lifetime Achievement Award, what advice would you give them?
Pick something you love and stick with it, and make it, find where you can make a difference. I happen to have the kinds of skills that they needed, and I had a business background, and when we moved up here, I didn't want to do any business, so I was doing volunteer work. And when I met Laura Reichsman, who's the director of Family Outreach, I realized that she had the kind of vision that I wanted to support. And so it's easy to continue to support something when you can share a vision with the people and you like the direction that they're going. And if they change direction, you tend to like that too. So I feel very strongly about that.
I definitely agree. I think that's awesome advice. So all of you future Lifetime Achievement Award winners, you heard it here first. This is the secret sauce on how to do it. It's definitely incredible. And I know we were talking on the red carpet before this. I know that you guys have made a lot of pivots because you guys have big fundraisers that you host to raise money for family outreach. So what are some ways that you guys have pivoted to still reach those fundraising goals?
Well, we stay in touch with our donors, and we ask people for Light Up the Night, we ask them to celebrate at home, but send the same money they would have spent at Light Up the Night to us as a donation. And we actually made more money this year than we did last year.
Wow. Congrats. That's huge. That's awesome. Congratulations.
We have a secondary fundraiser that is equally fun. It's called Warm Up the Night, and that usually takes place in October. And it's in a tent behind 30 Boltwood. And
wow.
Usually we get 20 or 25 restaurants to donate food, and it's a fabulous event. But again, who's going to be in a tent with 200 people this year? So
I know.
We're still getting people donating to the replacement for that, and they're very supportive.
I know we talked a little bit about the community that we live in, that we love. What is your favorite thing for pleasure, for business, in the Amherst community?
Well, I like the camaraderie a lot, and I like the openness. I like, just taking a ride and being in the countryside in 10 minutes, and I like being kind of at the Amherst Cinema Center when you can, and I really we live near downtown, so it's really an easy kind of thing to be right involved in the community. I like the work the chamber does because I think it's important. Having a business background, and a lot of people in Amherst do not have business backgrounds, I can appreciate how many people are struggling and how many businesses are struggling. And so I think the work the chamber's been doing this year has been phenomenal and tough, but we need that. I mean, we need a vital economy. We need to, build beyond just the universities and have more businesses. And so I think meeting that challenge is huge.
I agree. Awesome. Well, congratulations again, Betsy.
So
thank you so much for joining me tonight. And thank you to all of you for joining us at home. And we'll see you soon. Hello, everybody. We are back on the Mercedes-Benz of Springfield red carpet here at the A+ Awards. I am joined by Lynn Gray, who is the board president of the Amherst Area Chamber of Commerce, and she's also the general manager of the Hampshire Mall here in Hadley, Massachusetts. How's it going today, Lynn?
Wonderful. Thank you for having us.
Of course. This has been an awesome night so far. We got to hear from a lot of our awardees and David Jeffway, and I know we're going to be talking to John and Claudia a little bit later this evening, but I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Amherst A+ Awards and all the people that we had nominated and how it was being on that committee, because I was on the committee and that was a difficult choice.
It absolutely was. In this past year, the extreme challenges that so many businesses have undergone, and individuals personally and professionally, it was very, very challenging. And so many people stepped up to the plate, and so many people have come through on the other side. And it's just been really, really wonderful to see the nominations this year. They blew you away.
Oh, this is an incredible group of people. You'll get to hear all about them as part of this awards ceremony. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about kind of like, we're in a very difficult time. Like, this is still a pandemic. Like, we're doing an interview on a red carpet wearing masks right now. I just want to hear about a little bit about what you guys did at the mall to kind of like pivot everything, because that was tough, right? Like trying to change everything over and adapt.
It is. You know, it's definitely an undertaking that I think that we're going to see the other side of it. You know, there are challenging times, but you know, we've been through challenging times before, and you come up with short-term strategies and long-term strategies, and you build on that. And I think that that's what's important, is to stay focused on the future.
So speaking of strategies, I know there's a lot of growth happening in the Amherst area right now. It has certainly changed a lot for the good since I was a kid. A lot of businesses are opening, and in a time when businesses are closing. So what are some plans for the Amherst Area Chamber of Commerce and also the Amherst area as a whole?
I think that over the years, especially these last few years, the Amherst Area Chamber has really built a platform for supporting small businesses in the area. And I think that ultimately, coming through the struggle that the entire community has undergone this last year, we have pivoted and we have come through. We have a short-term strategy to get us through these next 12 months. And building on that, building a long-term strategy is truly what our future plans are. And I think that the Amherst area certainly has benefited from the resources the Chamber has provided, and I hope to continue that practice into these challenging times.
I know. Well, speaking of challenging times, and life in general has been challenging, what has been one of the biggest risks you've ever taken in your career?
Well, I mean, since we're going to keep this light and fun, right? I'm going to tell you the biggest risk was a year ago, not knowing what we know now. A little kick under the table from our friend Claudia here to prompt me to accept the VP, which turned into the president during a pandemic. So I would say that's a pretty good risk, and it's been very rewarding.
I love that. I know you've been a great president and also an awesome general manager for the Hampshire Mall. I think you're doing a phenomenal job. Lynn, it was a pleasure having you
Thank you so
tonight.
much.
I'm excited to hear from everybody else, and we'll talk to you all soon.
Wonderful.